we will open the meeting for the CDAC, and I will ask for a roll call, starting with Brandy.
Brandy Brown, District 3.
Ebony Hato, District 4.
Kenya Middleton, Mayor Appointee.
Mary Ann Callahan, First District.
Justin McGregor, 7th District.
Deborah Hogan, Mayoral Appointee.
Thank you. We won't be looking at our minutes because our secretary isn't here, but Steve has an announcement he'd like to make. Oh. Yeah. The what?
Was it the boo-boos I was supposed to talk about? The errors in the minutes or something else?
No, it was something else.
What was it something else? Was it these?
I don't remember.
Okay. There are errors in the minutes, but we'll get
No, it was about the our tenures.
Oh, yes. So if you are a member in an even numbered district and or one of the mayoral appointees whose term expires at the end of this year, please reach out to whoever appointed you. Let them know if you're curious of continuing on being a CDAC member. By default, if they do not reappoint, you carry over until they tell you to stop or someone else replaces you. So, just be aware of that, everyone.
And how do we know that? I don't think mine is like that. I just started.
No, he said even districts, and you are
Mayor Appointee.
Mayor.
Yeah, Kenya, yours is next year.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, guys, we're going to, I would ask all of my colleagues to keep our questions very pointed and succinct so that we can let our friends go, because it is the day before Thanksgiving, and we're very sorry that we had to call this meeting the day before Thanksgiving. So we'll try to get you in and out as quickly as possible with the best kind of review of your presentations. We'd like you to keep your presentations to around 5 minutes. And we will allow some time, short amount of time, maybe another 5 minutes for questions from the panel. And when you are finished, you are free to leave. And we thank you very much for coming. So the first program on our agenda is Achieve. Good evening.
Push the button until it turns green.
Good evening. My name is Preston Evans. I am the Vice President of Development and Donor Relations. I apologize for being a little bit out of breath. I ran to get here. I didn't realize there was an event tonight, and I had to, parking was at a premium. So we're applying, as we traditionally do, for this funding for our children's summer program. It is a program that runs from July through mid-August, a 6-week program for students between the ages of 5 and 21. These are all students. Achieve provides supports and services to 2,200 individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities in Broome, Tioga, and Shenango County. This is actually our flagship program. It is the program that we are founded on back in 1952 by 12 families who were looking for educational opportunities for their children. So approximately every year, 35 to 40% of the students that participate in this program are City of Binghamton residents. And it ebbs and flows. Pre-COVID, we were up to over 100 students participating in the 6-week program. COVID impacted that. 2020, we did not have the program. 2021, we were back up to about 55. And then last year, we were up to about 65 students. And we're continuing to build that number up. So we are hoping to get back up to pre-COVID numbers in the next couple of years. The purpose of this program is to halt what's called the summer slide. It's like a lack of retention in learning that occurs in every student in the summer months, but in students with a developmental disability that is exacerbated and can be even more, prolonged and profound. So the program kind of uses fun through learning or learning through fun by providing dramatics, drama, cooking, music, physical activity, arts and crafts, field trips, all kinds of different things that continue to reinforce the skills that they're learning through their individualized education program during the school year. So it just kind of helps slow that loss of learning that they're going to experience in the summer months. In addition, it's, as I said, it's our oldest program, but in addition, there's a work study component to the program. So students age 14 through 21 will work for 1 hour each day. It is to build up valuable vocational skills that they can translate to the workforce when they come out of high school. This program's been around 4 years. The purpose of the funding for this program is to offset the staffing costs. The Office for People with Developmental Disabilities, our oversight organization, we have to maintain a strict ratio between camp counselors and students. And if we can't build up those staffing costs and they get too exorbitant, and we have, as you're seeing, rates are going up for, starting salary, things like that. We need more money in order to be able to hire the same level of counselors in order to provide these services to the same level of students. So these funds go to offset staffing costs. And that that allows us to maintain these ratios that protect the safety of the students, as well as just, allow us to be as efficient as possible. So again, I appreciate this board's commitment to our organization in the past and consideration moving forward. And I'm open to any questions, and I apologize that was a whirlwind speech.
That was
No, we
great.
appreciate
That was great, to the point.
Yeah, 'tis the season for whirlwind.
I was going to say, I also did want to keep it short.
Exactly. No, that's perfect. May I ask just one thing? The funding level that you're asking for, is this based on what you propose, how many students you propose to have, or is it based on last year's numbers? How did you arrive at that?
It would be based on proposed numbers.
Okay. And your proposed numbers for this?
We're hoping to get back up. Again, we were at 65 this year. We're working back towards that 100
Okay.
level number.
So you're not sure exactly?
It could be,
between the
we're hoping
65.
it'll be higher than that. But again, COVID just kind of made
Exactly.
people kind of nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Are there any other questions? I think we're very familiar with your program, and
Yeah.
Preston, you have been before us before.
Yep.
So we appreciate that. Any other questions from my colleagues? Deb?
Yes, please. Mr. Evans, to your rear. Could you just very briefly describe how the vocational training with the young people translates to once they leave your program, that they're prepared? I think that's
Sure.
a very key component.
It's all applicable skills. So it's leadership. They are responsible for working directly with the counselors to put the programming for the next day together. It could be that. It could be them responsible for taking a group on an outing or helping to take a group on an outing. All of these are hard and soft skills that can translate to their, essentially resume building as they, work towards getting into a position where they could be employed in the field. It gives them just something to kind of build off of as a resume.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very much. And we
Thank
wish
you.
you a happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving to all.
Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you.
Thank you.
Do we have our person from Vines? Okay.
They're from like the 60s, 70s.
They're meant to keep you awake. You
Yeah.
know, you can't get that comfortable.
Thanks so much for having us and taking the time to learn about our program today. I brought 4 people from Vines because this is a great learning opportunity for our youth and a great opportunity for them to get a chance to speak and talk about the work they do. So I've got Shizuka with me, who's our youth program manager, and then Fatu and Netta, who are in our youth program.
And you are?
And I'm Amelia LaDolce. I'm the executive
Thank you.
director of Vines.
Amelia?
Can I pass these? We have our report for the year of Grow Binghamton. We're very excited to share. This was our 13th year, our 13th season of Grow Binghamton, and next year will be our 14th. So this funding would help support that. And CDBG funding has been essential to us starting the program, continuing and expanding it. And through CDBG funding, we're able to put money towards our staff, toward our youth employees, and then the materials that we need to run the program. And we will be serving 25 youth through the next round of funding. And then in addition, those are all low mod income individuals, City of Binghamton residents. And then in addition, the work they do goes to serve and support about 725 community members the majority of whom are low mod income themselves through the produce that they're growing and distributing. So with that, I'm going to let Shizuka take over, and then she'll hand it off to Fatu and Netta.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to talk about
Thank you
our
for
program.
coming.
The Grow Binghamton program hires 25 low to moderate income youth
Thank you.
from our community in the summer for 6 weeks and up to 8 youth for our fall and spring cohorts, which are each 8 weeks long. The youth are working hard on the farm to grow food for our community while learning skills that will help them in future jobs, college, and life in general. We work with our community collaborators to provide workshops that support youth development and agricultural knowledge. Vine staff also works alongside youth, taking advantage of teachable moments to impart wisdom and build relationships with the youth in our community. Vines expands our Grow Binghamton program based on the needs in the community and the needs of our youth. In 2021, we started serving youth year-round by adding the fall and spring cohorts. In 2022, we were able to increase the number of youth being served in our summer program after having to scale down during the first years of the pandemic. Next year, in 2023, we're creating new and higher levels of leadership for youth. The Grow Binghamton program creates space for youth in our community, which gives them meaningful challenges, opportunities to hone their literacy in many areas such as financial literacy, cultural literacy, and effective communication. And through the practice of these skills, youth are able to create change in their community, which also gives them a sense of belonging. The support and warmth found within the space of Grow Binghamton is a direct reflection of the hearts of the youth that we serve. I'd like to introduce 2 of our youth so that they can share their experiences with you as well. So there's Anetta and Fatu.
Hi. So pretty.
Hi, my name is Anetta Turner.
Can you
Can you
pull it closer
mic
to you,
closer
hon,
to
so we can hear you?
Sorry. Hi, my name is Anetta Turner. This is my first year at Grow Binghamton. Words can't describe how many things that I have learned over 5 months. It has only been 5 months. I was just left from my mother. I had no house, no home, no courage, no hope, anything. And through the school, Vines was sponsored and it was everywhere. And it was like, sign up for Vines, do this, do that. I did research and it was like, you get to be on a farm and do this and do that. And I was really excited. And I felt maybe there was a chance I could do something to learn and regain my confidence and strength. Doing Grow Binghamton, I have had more communication skills, leadership skills, work ethic, teamwork. I was definitely a totally different person than I was before Vines. I've learned so many things, not even just about plants and growing and helping the community, but they also did like literacy and everything, how to do college, how to do your taxes, how to do this, how to do that. Through work, learning that while also doing other skills. I feel so confident to do other jobs in colleges and everything else going forward. I love giving back to the community. Every time we did shares where we would take our crops that we would do and give them to the community, we would have communications with the community being like, hi, what's your name? Here's your stuff. If you don't want beets, you can have this cucumber. It was a really great experience to be like, not only are you as equal as them, but you are helping them. And it feels amazing to do that. It felt so amazing to just be a part of something that could be do so good for people who have similar problems as myself.
Fantastic. Can I ask you a question? Can you give us a brief example of what a day over there is like for you? What do you do? I mean, are your hands in the dirt a lot? Or do you planting things, learning all? Do you like vegetables even?
So we had a little award ceremony. I got the one for nature, which is I usually get my hands right in there with all the dirt and the bugs and everything, and I love it. Usually we start off the day, we make sure everybody is communicating, everyone is comfortable, safe. Sometimes we do stretches, and then we go to work and we're in different sections with groups that the bosses think would pair most well together. And then you all have teamwork where one person is doing this job, one person is doing this. Like one group would be cleaning up the kale, the other one would be doing the compost, and then you all
Oh,
work
wow.
together. And sometimes at the end of the day, we would either have literacy where we would learn taxes, how to save your money, this and that, or we would have weeding derbies in the morning where you would work with your team to weed a section of the farm. And it's a really great experience for like fun, friendly, like competitive banter, but also good teamwork communication. So like sometimes in the beginning, we had no idea what we were doing. And like it was really hard to communicate, but at the end, everyone was like quiet and you just knew what you were doing. And you were so close with that group that you were like, oh, here you go. Oh, come here. I need your help. Like it was amazing.
Was it hard to weed this year because everything was so dry?
Yeah.
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 Awesome. I just wanted to make sure that I was not the only person having that problem.
No, yeah.
Okay. It's wonderful. Does anyone else have any questions?
Oh, just random. What school do you go to?
Binghamton High School.
And do you feel like this program would be good for other children your age?
Yes.
Okay.
I every time someone's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh my gosh. Do this
Awesome.
thing, you should
Awesome.
so do it. It's so fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Oh,
sure.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
We expected that. No, no.
They're so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're only low on time because we don't want to keep you guys. So it's up to you. Okay.
Well, hello. My
Hi.
name is Fatu.
Hi, Fatu.
I would like to start off by thanking everyone that's here.
Can you pull the microphone a little closer?
Yeah. I would like to start off by thanking everyone that's here and my manager Luca for giving us this opportunity to participate in this event and be here, as well as Mr. Neely.
Yeah, a little bit louder. We have one of our colleagues is way up there, so she has to hear you. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
This summer was my first year at Vines. It was also my first job. And I can tell you that I had the best summer ever. I think my favorite experience, or my favorite part of working at Vines was all the different people I got to meet, and all the different experiences I got to have. The youth program, they were really welcoming and they're all wonderful people. And I loved sharing every moment and with each and every single person. At Vines, I learned a new thing every single day. I learned about all different kinds of weeds and how to get rid of them by reading, how to take care of my finances with financial literacy, and also the most important part, how to take care of my body with kinesthetics. So we learned how to stretch after or before working all our muscles and getting into the dirt. And I think that was really fun. Honestly, I didn't expect that. When I signed up for Vine, all I thought was, oh, we're going to be helping our community. We're going to be growing and harvesting and giving. Although Vines does offer all of those things, Vines does so much more. It is so much more. I learned so much more. I learned leadership skills. I learned communication skills, teamwork, and a lot of different ways to help me for my future. As a senior this year, it really helped me get out there writing essays for college. I got to put my experiences there and really talk about how my summer went. And I felt proud of that. I felt proud of being part of something that was as great as Vine, and helping other people by growing and just doing what I love and sharing it with people. And Vines really welcomed me with big arms and wrapped me up so tight. I don't think I'm ready to leave at any time soon, honestly. I guess what I'm really trying to say is I'm really thankful to Vines. All the experiences I got to have, and all the opportunities I got to encounter. For example, we got to go to a blueberry farm and I got to pick my own blueberries. I don't think I could ever, like, I would ever have imagined going out to a farm and picking my own blueberries, like getting to eat them and everything. It was so exciting, and Vines offered that to me. Yeah, so I'm thankful for being able to share what I love most, being out in the field covered with dirt. I'm thankful to have people I can relate with, and the things that I love and enjoy to do. Without Vines, my summer would have been just another sunny day. But with Vines, my sunny days were not just sunny days, but sunny days which I got to share with the most wonderful people, and I got to see their beautiful faces every single day. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a question for you though. Now that you've experienced this kind of thing, do you think you'll have your own garden someday?
Yes.
Good. Good. That's wonderful. No, that's wonderful. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Wow.
I just, it's such a rewarding thing to work with our young people, and I'm glad that you had a chance to hear from them directly.
These are very special young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing them with us.
Absolutely. Do you have any other questions that I could answer?
I just have one question. The work that you guys do with this program is mostly done on your farm site, right? It's not the little plots we see throughout the city.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
they're located at the urban farm on Tudor Street. Sometimes we take field trips to work on a special project at some of the community gardens to help out at the gardens, but for the most part, they're at downtown at the farm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you keep your expert weeders to yourself, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
All right.
Any other questions?
Yes,
Ebony?
I have a question. Can you tell us, they told us a lot about literacy, right? Financial literacy and just general literacy in general. But can you tell us about some of the farm safety? For example, I know some of the youth learn to drive tractors and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? You want me to?
We typically go over farm safety during the first week of our orientation. As far as like driving tractors and using more expert machinery, that is reserved for youth that have been part of the Grow Binghamton program for some time. Anyone who's able to use a tractor must also have a valid driver's license. And those are handled by our urban farm manager, Cynthia, who trains each and every person on the tractor individually.
Thank you. I just wanted to hear more about that on the professional development, kind of workforce development side. I would wanted my colleagues to hear about that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
Deb, wait, we have one more, Deb.
Oh, I'm sorry, Deb.
Amelia, hi. This question is for you. Do you envision this year's youth at your new building, or is that a year or two away?
We will be starting construction this spring, and so we won't have the space to house them within our new building until probably 2024. My gosh, I almost thought I can't keep the years straight. How's it 2022?
You're not alone.
So they'll be still based at our farm, and then when we need indoor space, we'll be at the United Presbyterian Church. Yep.
The group received $300,000. It seemed to be the gap funding that you needed for that building, because we are not having the community center at Columbus Park, which is very distressing for us long timers. Will this building be open and accessible to community groups to be a synergy in the downtown area in proximity to Columbus Park?
That is a great question. It will be. We're really excited. I need to give a shout out to Sentry Alarms. They're donating an alarm system that's going to allow us to remotely let people into the facility and lock up different parts of the building. So I can have community members who are signed up and that I can trust, that I can literally be at home and sign them into the building without me having to be present, because there's not a lot of community space in that neighborhood at this point. And we want it to be able to be. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for other community partners as well as individuals from the community to use the space.
hold you to that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, where's this gonna be at?
It'll be at the corner of Susquehanna and Fayette Street. So yeah, our new building that we're gonna construct, it'll be just around the corner from the urban farm. It's across from like New York Radiator and where the tile shop used to be on Susquehanna. Yeah, and we will, like I said, we're breaking ground next year. And we'll have a nice new facility on Susquehanna for community activities.
And you have people to do the landscaping, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming and happy Thanksgiving.
She said Susquehanna and Fayette.
You know
Yeah,
what I
it's-
wanted to know is why didn't they
Block
bring
about
blueberry
Fayette.
pie?
Yeah, next time. Oh, actually, that might be seen as a conflict of interest.
Oh, this is true.
It will, and then probably
Even if
towards
they
the
shared it with the
end.
audience?
Yeah, the feds are very weird about that.
Oh.
We have the Broome County Urban League Summer Program now. And I would imagine after school, it says summer after, okay.
Is this on? Okay. Hi, I'm Nikki Restino. I'm speaking on behalf of Jen Lesko, who is actually traveling to her brother's home.
Yeah,
So,
because it's a holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, so, but I do have knowledge because I'm the Director of Youth and Family Services at the League. I've been here at the League since July of 2021. Prior to that, I was the Director of School Age Childcare at the YMCA. So a little bit of familiarity of the programs. Try to make this short and sweet. So I got pies to make.
There you go.
Yes, girl, yes. We got stuff to do. Mhm.
We're asking again this year for assistance for our after school and summer enrichment programs, inclusion programs, excuse me, to provide educational, economic, workforce development programs to in the after school program, about 30 to 40 at-risk youth, low to moderate income, and in the summertime, 50 to 60 kids. Our summer program this year ran 6.5 weeks because 4th of July was on a Monday. So we started the Wednesday and ran till August 19th. So that worked out pretty well. We want to provide our children and youth with all the necessary components to excel in academics, cultural enrichment, and social development. And to meet that, we partner with a lot of agencies, especially BOCES, the Binghamton School District, and staff will work with the families and school staff to provide needed services to support all children indicated by school personnel and as indicated by a child's IEP. We do, it is an inclusion program, so we take children, teens, and up to 21 years old with a developmental disability. They just have to provide a letter of determination from OPWDT. So we have, and that's why obviously it's an inclusion program. Our after school program currently and for the foreseeable future is at Calvin Coolidge Elementary School. And our summer program is at Two Rivers Community Center, which is right off the circle. It used to be the old Blessed Sacrament. We have, we've been partnering with Binghamton University. I've had the Latina sorority and fraternities come in. BU men's basketball coach and 5 players did a summer clinic with the summer camp kids. I have interns from there that help us out with planning and everything else like that. So the programs in it of itself, we want to fulfill the Urban League's mission because it directly addresses the needs of underserved youth as well as youth and young adults with developmental disabilities. Productive after school and summer programs help us to ensure the future workers are prepared beyond basic proficiency in core subjects and basic problem solving skills. The programs work directly with youth and families and the community to give young people experience, skills, and tools they need to deal with stressors, develop positive social interactions, and learn effective decision-making skills. So that they will be better academically, staying in school and entering in the local workforce and becoming economically self-reliant. Sorry, that was a lot of words.
Are there any questions? I have one quick one
Oh.
for you. Oh, go ahead, Brandy. Go ahead.
Where's your summer program located?
Our summer program is at Two Rivers Church. It's technically in Johnson City, but the majority of the kids are from Binghamton. I think I maybe had 2 Johnson City folks there.
Do you guys provide transportation?
Yes, yes, we have a van that transports kids within like a 15-mile radius, but they were all downtown Binghamton and around the area.
So is it specific Binghamton kids or
Anybody can
kids?
come. Yeah,
Oh,
anybody can come. It's just majority come from Binghamton.
Okay.
I just wanted to quickly ask what the effect of COVID was on the kids that you worked with.
It was tough. I mean, I joined the league in 2021, but prior to that, I think we had to have we tried a remote program, but the kids were so tired of being taught remotely. They didn't, what do you do in an after school program with, you know, play games or something? But we've seen a lot of, you know, we get the kids' report cards and things like that. And the teachers that I interact with at Calvin Coolidge, they've had a rough year or two to try to get those grades up, and they do need all the support that they can get. So, but you know, they don't give homework. I mean, I don't know why, but so we have this program. Like right after we give them snack, we have this. It's called Brain Pop. So I'm just constantly printing out age appropriate, developmental appropriate reading sheets, math sheets, science sheets, STEM stuff like that. So we give them, you know, we give them sheets to do so that they can keep up with that, because they don't get homework.
Thank
I don't
you.
know why.
I'm glad you told us that. That's
Yeah.
important. Any other questions?
The after school program just for Calvin Coolidge or any of the city?
No, what thanks for asking that. We have any student in the Binghamton district can go to Calvin Coolidge. They have a release, and first student takes them over to Calvin Coolidge. Right now we have like 3 or 4 from Woodrow Wilson, 7 from Ben Franklin, 1 from East, 1 from West. So anybody can come. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the price on that? The fee?
The fee,
Sorry.
we're the lowest in town. We've tried to, you know, hopefully $200 a month. Yeah. And the 6.5 week summer program was $650 from 8 to 5 every day, plus meals, plus all the field trips and everything were at no cost.
Any other questions? I think you can go home and make your pies.
I'm gonna wait for.
Oh,
Ed.
okay. All right.
I can't leave him hanging here. Let me go. Thank you. Have a happy day.
Thank you. You too.
You too.
Pies wait for no man, right?
Good evening. My name is Ed Jakoski. I'm the program manager of our BCUL, Broome County Urban League Workforce Pathways Program. I'm here to talk a little bit about our ATTAIN program. Okay. So I apologize ahead of time. I'm going to cut this short and chop it up. I didn't prepare this, Jen did, and I appreciate her doing so. All right. The State University of New York University Center for Academic and Workforce Development, which is abbreviated UCOD, created the Advanced Technology Training and Information Network, ATTAIN, project to promote digital parity in New York economically challenged communities. Through this initiative, labs have been placed in communities where residents have access to internet. We have a lab at 88 North Street, and we will soon reopen the lab at the Carlisle Apartments, which is the run by the Housing Authority. Excuse me. The ATTAIN project helps narrow the existing digital divide by providing ongoing access to education and training using technology. Once access occurs, computer literacy and other advanced training begins, and opportunities for success in school and in workplace increase. The Broome County Urban League is a community-based organization that administers this program under the UCOD umbrella. BCUL is responsible for rent, oversight, reporting, occupancy insurance, and supplies. UCOD invests over $1 million to this initiative annually so that BCUL can provide these free services, and I do say free services, to our community since 2008. The trained and certified staff have created a welcoming environment, outstanding curriculums, and exceptional educational delivery to over 400 constituents per year. ATTAIN enrolls individuals for either classroom training and certification, distance learning, or during COVID, self-led courses. The mission of this initiative is to promote the academic and economic development of the major urban communities of New York. The statewide partnership with UCOD represent New York State's commitment to providing educational and vocational training opportunities to disadvantaged adults, urban communities, and employers of New York State. Through ATTAIN program, we are able to provide academic services, job training, and employment opportunities for urban adults. These services are designed to ensure that adult learners succeed not only in college and the workplace, but also meet the emerging needs of employers in New York State. ATTAIN services are designed to develop the academic, vocational, and life skills necessary to become self-sufficient individuals. The ATTAIN Lab avoids duplication of services in our region by partnering with Broome Tioga Workforce and the local colleges to enhance services already provided, offer new services as requested by industry and our partners, and prepare students to be more successful as they continue to pursue career advancement and advanced training at these agencies and institutions of higher education. Workforce development through education and training is an important issue that in our community must address. Preparing students for post-secondary education is critical to their success and the chance to revitalize our economy. Just as important is preparing people for the workforce by developing skill sets required by local industry. The ATTAIN Lab is an integral part of the Broome County Urban League Pathways program, and it connects itself and job seekers with area business partners that are looking to employ local workers. Pathways has enjoyed prosperous partnerships with several local businesses such as Willow Run Foods, UPS, Boscov's, Otis Elevator, local trade unions, just to name a few. Program participants are recruited through our partnership to DSS, Workforce New York, and many community-based organizations. Participants are assigned a job specialist that brings them through the program enrollment, which constitutes the following: an application, enrollment, soft skills training, time management, workplace computing, and Microsoft Office advanced certification. Once these benchmarks are achieved, participants start their core training based on the needs of the following industries: hospitality, healthcare, trade unions, childcare, and manufacturing. Program completion can take 2 weeks to 8 weeks based on the aptitude and availability of the participant. To ensure participants can compete for jobs, an employment orientation program is created for all participants. Of significant note, sections of the employment and training program will be devoted to local job awareness and training. Participants will be provided current career information about local job opportunities, participate in a work experience environment, and become part of the new applicant pool to these local jobs. One of the training opportunities offered to all participants is through the ATTAIN Technology Centers, which allow participants to gain basic to advanced technology and workplace computing skills, as well as nationally recognized technology credentials and obtained through our program. Note that at least 51% of our clients need to be TANF, but we do not turn anyone away. Being able to offer online learning has enlarged or increased our footprint across the region. And we just want to say thank you for your continued support to Mayor Cram, the CDAC committee, and the City Council for your continued support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you estimate that 300 to 400 Binghamton residents, is that
Yes.
people
As-
who,
Yes, there, prior to COVID, yes, our labs were full. And
Okay.
we have a large population of online participants right now. And we are looking to, we've hired a new person to go into the Carlisle lab. That one has been closed for quite a while, and we're looking to open that environment as well and anticipate full labs and full participation.
do you expect that number to grow or to remain about the same?
We're expecting it to grow.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
So are your services considered work services for people who are on TANF and stuff like that? Or is this a like a prerequisite, if you will, and then they continue at the workforce center?
If I understand the question that you're asking, what ATTAIN does is we are looking to, the best way I can explain it is to help the unemployed or underemployed to gain more technology experience for the jobs of the area that they're looking for. Okay. We don't require anything other than a simple application to come into our program to gain whatever basic technology experience. They must start off with simple technology or what a mouse does. You know, a lot of people, seriously, a lot of people don't know what a mouse does. And I can explain an experience that I had with a gentleman that was applying for UPS. And the thing is that UPS hires at Christmas time and they get applications about this man. Okay. So we worked something out with UPS that if they came to our lab and we were able to get them the technology experience by helping them get into the program, they could also get to the top of this list to get an interview at least. Okay. We can't guarantee a job, but we would at least offer them the opportunity to get closer to the top of the list. The gentleman I was helping had no idea even how the footprint of how a mouse works and how the computer works. So I was able to take that gentleman side by side to the point where he was able to fill out the application online. And within 10 minutes, he was getting a phone call for an interview. Okay. But at the same time, he also continued his training and felt the need. He said to me, he goes, I see the need to learn computers and I see the need to gain some technology experience. I have people that call me. They don't know how to say operate their phone or to send pictures to their grandkids. And we offer that kind of service. We don't turn anybody away. We have a lab within our building and we have a lab on the other end of our block, and soon we'll reopen that other lab. So I'm hoping I answered that question.
Oh, sorry. Let me be more clear.
Okay.
Do your services count as work activities for people who are, receiving unemployment or need to be doing work activities to receive TANF benefits or anything like that?
At this point, I don't feel that is required. I believe prior to my coming on board a couple of years ago, prior to COVID, it was part of a prerequisite. Okay, but not at this point. I think it would be beneficial to not only our program, but it'd be beneficial to the public if that was enforced again, because I think it was a win-win. You're welcome.
Deb?
I'm a former student, and both at Exchange Street and Carlisle, fantastic opportunities, still learning, and was able to achieve my goal. The concern or question was not happy that Exchange Street closed and it went over to North Street. Could you tell if there's been a drop going to North Street, and also with Carlisle, when you'll be opening that, because I think that is a need. Could you just talk about your audiences and
Sure.
if you're getting the students in?
Sure, that's a very fair question. I mean, I came on right in the middle of COVID. Okay, so I can honestly tell you, our office space was a ghost town, and people coming to the lab, it was not permitted. And our 88 North Street had closed, as well as Carlisle, because of the SUNY rules. Okay, so they closed the labs down for quite a bit of time. So yes, it did decrease enrollment. I can't answer whether going from where's Exchange Street to 88 North, if that affected anything. I know COVID drastically did, just like anything else. I'm sorry, I don't have that answer. I know Carlisle, they're looking to put this person on. They hired this person a couple of months ago, or excuse me, a couple of weeks ago, and they're looking to start that up as quickly as possible. And I think that even that community right there in the Carlisle complex could be beneficial for a lot of people there. And I think that from talking to the lady that is running the housing authority there, she also feels the need for the ATTAIN lab to open up, and that there's people that want to go into that. I apologize, I can't answer for the Exchange Street though.
The funding and you were able to have the 3 sites, I think that would be fabulous. I'm not sure if that's part of our purview here, but just very glad that Carlisle's coming, on board, because these services are needed for people. Just like the UPS example, you gave everything as smartphones, tablets, computers. So I congratulate you with opening and keeping going post-COVID. So
thank you.
so
and I will bring that question to Jen Lesko, our CEO. And I appreciate that you're sharing us that you've done very well with the program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. So you're saying that there's a computer lab at 88 Main Street?
It's 80. If I did that, I am incorrect. It's 88 North Street. Excuse me, 47 North Street. Yes, you are correct. 47 North.
I live there.
At 47 North. Okay, there you go. Yeah. And we're at the other end of the block. We're at 88 Main Street.
Right, but so there's only the computer lab at 47 North Street, not at 88 Main Street.
No, we also have computers in 88 Main. Okay, so for example, right now the ATTAIN instructor is on vacation for a week or 2, I believe. So I refer, if people want to go there to the lab, we don't turn them away. They can come to the Urban League, and we have computers right there.
Do they use the back door?
We prefer people call, and we will open up the door, because we have minimal staff. It's Jen and Nikki and myself.
Okay.
At this point. But if you're asking for yourself, please give me a call. We'll be happy to open the door. If you know somebody, we'll be happy to open the door and absolutely let these folks in.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Have a nice Thanksgiving, folks.
You too. Thank you for coming in. We are done with our business. I would like to take a final roll call.
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I just make a few more points before you guys get done?
If we said yes, we would mind, you wouldn't do it?
Please, please, please.
No.
Next meeting is actually Wednesday. So next Wednesday, 11:30. That one's going to be a little bit longer. If you cannot attend, please let me know as soon as possible.
Steve,
You said 11:30? You mean 11:30 the date, right? November 30th?
Yeah, 11:30 the date. Sorry. Yeah,
we-
no, we're not doing midnight CDAC meeting.
Steve,
Not yet.
Steve, dumb it down for us. Dumb
Yeah.
it down.
But it will be a long one. It will be, there's actually several agencies that are presenting. Number 2, the stipend process. If you've attended enough that I can go ahead and do your stipend, I will mail it to you or email it to you for you to sign and return, or however we want to do that. So otherwise you'll have to wait till January. And if you didn't know, the stipend now for someone who is who meets the 100% requirement is it's gone up from 400 to 575. So just an update to the stipend on everybody. And also, if anyone was in the parking garage, let me know, and I may have to buzz you in to get you down the stairs. So
yeah, I'm in the garage.
that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Okay. Can we do a final roll call and then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn? Starting with Deb.
Deborah Hogan, mayoral appointee.
Brandy.
Brandy Brown, District 3.
Ebony Hato, District 4.
Kenya Middleton, mayor appointee.
Mary Ann Callahan, First District.
Justin McGregor, seventh district.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Happy Thanksgiving, guys. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Abby.